Om. 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahma Miristriparan Takare. Banushashi Bamisita. Buddhasha Gurusha Shukra. Shani Rahu Keteva. Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Kev 100. This is your weekly astro video zine where we look at the planets, the constellations, signs of the zodiac they're in the houses, and try to make sense of it for you, mainly in accordance with tropical astrology, which is based on seasons. I also interject the actual constellations, a sidereal astrology, where you look in the sky to find something, and their implications according to Vedic law and Vedic lore of India. So, here we are, and this is for November 8th through the 14th, 2024. Now, looking at the sky, I'd see the moon, almost a half moon now, in the constellation of Capricorn. And the part of Capricorn that the moon is in is a lunar mansion known as Shravana. Now, Shravana means to listen. Shravana's symbol is the ear. And Shravana is ruled by the moon, and it's all within the constellation of Capricorn. Now, I know in Western astrology it's an Aquarius moon, but this stuff is really deep. And when you learn this kind of astrology, it'll take you places you never thought you would go before. And, you know, it means light of truth, Jyotish, and that's what it is. Now, Shravana is about having the discipline of Saturn, and the seriousness, and the ability to follow a tradition, and the ability to listen well. But also, since it's ruled by the moon, there's an element of intelligence and an element of nuance. And one of the things of the Shravana moon, I think Muhammad Ali had it, he loved to make poetry while he was fighting his battles. So you can see that seriousness of a fight with Saturn, but that whimsical nature of the moon, with the moon ruled nakshatra. So that's where we're at for Friday. It's a Shravana moon. So, with that said, in Western astrology, we've got a moon in Aquarius, and that's going to dominate, I guess, part of the weekend, the initial part when we're getting in, and then in Western astrology, moon will go into Pisces Saturday night at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And at that point, the moon on Saturday will be in the Dhanista Nakshatra, which is half Capricorn, half Aquarius, and then totally Aquarius Vedically Sunday, but Pisces moon in Western Sunday, and Shada Vishak. And then the other thing that happens this week, the other shift, is that on Monday morning, Venus is going to go into Capricorn. So Venus right now has moved itself into the Mula Nakshatra of Sagittarius in Vedic astrology. It's still in Sagittarius in Western astrology. And this is the center of the Milky Way galaxy where all the secrets are held. And it's ruled by Naritri, and she's some kind of goddess of calamity sometimes, but she's also about roots and healing and getting to the roots of issues. And she's really the gateway to the path of moksha, which means liberation from all the worldly BS. And boy, do we need liberation from all the worldly BS. Especially, like, one thing I really learned about this US election was from social media posts where people emphasized fear, what they were afraid of, rather than what kind of hope of what they wanted to get. And then they were surprised after, you know, it was like the Democratic Party mentioned Trump more than the Republican Party did. And I think there's a really interesting psychology to that people weren't willing to recognize. And then if you called them on it, they would be so angry, so mean-spirited often, which is really sad. Not all, but many. And I'm like thinking, people, if you want folks to join your cause, you're going to have to do it with love. You're going to have to do it with patience, and you're going to have to give the details about what your plan is going to be and how things are so much better. Otherwise, we feel like we're getting gaslit, you know, and I've heard that from a lot of people. And it's, you know, and you know, well, one friend said, at the end of the day, both parties are owned by these international bankers and huge corporations like State Street, Vanguard, and BlackRock, and you know, we're not going to get what we want. They'll just give us, you know, a consolation prize. We were promising you a gourmet dinner, but you know, here's some Mickey D's French fries for you. Anyhow, I mean, it's a lovely day, and with this Aquarius moon for this Friday, and I don't know if you're in the southern half of the United States, you know, it's like the peak of fall color right now, unless you're at a really high elevation, and or if you're, you know, in a more moderate climate like the Mid-Atlantic down to the south, and here in the northern third of California, this is in the low elevations. Yeah, our colors are peaking right now, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous this week. Wish you were here. Wishing lots of happy birthdays to people. I want to wish a happy birthday to Shannon on the 10th, and to my friend Pam, Pam Figgy, who shares a birthday with me on the 14th of November. So, and to all my other, my friend Topher, who works with me at New Earth Market on the 13th, and to my friend Natty, who just moved up to Ashland on the 12th, and to Brenda, who's born the same year as me, having a birthday on 11th, plays lovely harp. And my cousin today, my lovely cousin Erica over in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho area, happy birthday to you. So love going out to all the Vishaka Scorpios out there, Vishaka Libra rather. This week is the last week of Vedic astrology Libra till I think late night the 15th to 16th it'll go into actual Scorpio. So news. So we're going to go sign by sign right now with your horoscope. Starting with you, Aries. So greetings, Aries. I mean, now that Mars is in Leo in the 5th house in Western astrology, there's a little bit more happiness. There's a little bit more issues involving male children, if you have any male children. And Scorpio is another Mars ruled sign, just like you. Like, well, yeah, you know, Pluto's there. It's got that little extra thing going on, and so there, you know, and it's a fixed sign and it's water, so there's a little bit more patience. There's a little more sensitivity, and it rules your 8th house, which is transformation, change. Other people having the power, you know, and so like I'd say for the next, you know, couple weeks still. You know, just relinquish your thought of controlling anything going on. And you'll be blessed. I mean, our next full moon is on the 15th, a week from Friday, a week from today. And it'll be in Kritika, which is a nakshatra that deals with truth. And so, you know, and sometimes the truth's going to hurt. But yeah, anyhow, on we go. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, it's, you know, this is your partnership sign. And there's so much like sensuality and sexuality. There's sexuality in Scorpio, there's sensuality in Taurus. There's transcendence of the spiritual in Scorpio, and there's kind of a more materialistic side of realness with Taurus. But when you put them together, it just makes all this creative mojo that's like wonderful. So I think you could have a wonderful week. Good ideas are coming your way, and you know, you just have to be careful with your words. Venus moving into Capricorn is actually going to be good for you. You know, it's going to bring a sense of good fortune. It could even bring a long distance relationship, you know. Those are the one people are looking for. The one where you don't get caught. No, it's like, oh my goodness. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's a nice thing. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. Mercury is going to go retrograde in a couple of weeks. I know. And so those of you who are planning like Thanksgiving travel plans and stuff, I would highly recommend just having a little bit of fudge time both days, because there could be delays, there could be some weird weather and some other stuff, and so just since you're kind of a travel sign, I just felt like I needed to share that with you. If you're Gemini rising, Gemini moon, this is the thing. Scorpio time is like time to take care of your health, time to make donations to other people, do volunteer work. All of these things are going to improve your karma and help things go smoothly over the next 6 months. And you're going to love the weekend, Friday, Saturday especially, with the moon in Aquarius. It's, it's a good time for you to go places. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So, Mars has kind of left your sign. Mars is still kind of opposing Pluto. So there is sort of this interesting, tension that's been in the air. But it's no longer so much directly in your first house unless you're, the last few days of Cancer. And so, but the thing is not to get too aggressive with your words. A lot of people really had, hopes of things being different. But, I think when you look at it really deeply, we're needing to take our own sovereignty. We need to be our own leaders right now and present what's in our heart of soul purpose and govern ourselves in accordance to what our little mini kingdom is, and then hope to expand it out to everybody else in a good way. So, we all at the end of the day are going to have to work together. Scorpio time is a really good time for Cancer, though, because it gets you more in your heart. A moon in Aquarius, well, it's not like all great, but Sunday, Monday, you're going to be on the top of your game, Cancer. You get a little blessing from the moon on those 2 days, and so look forward to that. Even Sunday night, even Saturday night could be good. Well, greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. Now with, Mars and Leo, it's like it gives you a lot of courage. And since you're like the sign of the zodiac that rules the heart, courage to be in your heart. It's not always easy because in a lot of ways, most of you are sidereal Cancers anyway, so you feel a lot more vulnerable than you're really commonly going to let on. But when we acknowledge our vulnerability, it becomes a strength. Now, Scorpio is the 4th house. That's kind of like the moon. And that's your home life, that's fixed assets, that's your parents, that's your heritage, and that's kind of your tribe. And so you're kind of moving into this place like, how am I working with other people right now? How does this feel for me? So yeah, you got a couple more weeks of this before Sun moves in your 5th house, but even then, when that happens, you got to be ready with that Mercury retrograde. And Mercury's doing you good, so you've got creative things, a good time for writing stories, a good time for being with children, a good time to engage in poetry, songwriting, all kinds of fun stuff. Well, hello, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Neptune and Saturn, if you're in a relationship with somebody where you have a spiritual practice, perfect. This is going to help so much. There's so many things. And really the only one who can meet our needs is us. Yes, us. Especially, this is really important to not acknowledge, especially with Venus being in the position that it's in. But, Virgos are going to do better with this Venus than almost anybody, because this Venus is going through the 5th house. So it's like, how can I express this love? How can I be more in my heart and more giving in my love space? Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Now, Mars in the 12th house is like, you kind of have to watch your back. You have secret enemies. There's some people that are really jealous, and they kind of make a living off of trying to get the goat or cause people that are normally admirable to fall. It's super dark energy, but if any of you have been out on social media, especially in political things, you can see it. There's like group bullying, there's crazy stuff that happens. And I know people that are really nice to me in person, but boy, when they get it in that screen, they're suddenly like these like vicious enemies, vigilantes. Oh, I hate you. You're selfish. It's like, what is wrong with you? They can even be richer than me and have powerful influences, but inside them is a really small person. The small person feels really vulnerable, but they feel big behind that electronic stuff. It's like Wizard of Oz, It's like, oh, don't mind the man behind the curtain. And really, folks, that's what most of this stuff is. At the end of the day, it's all just a bunch of, we already had 4 years. There were still food stamps, there was still Social Security, all these things that everyone's like, oh, it's all going away, the whole world's going, the sky is falling. Just take a chill pill, take some kava, relax, it's all going to be okay, everything's all right. It's like, wake up. Grandpa's been around. I've seen this stuff before. And maybe I haven't. Maybe things are going to get better, and I just don't even realize it. Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your horoscope. What a beautiful time to be a Libra. I mean, Scorpio time is where you make your money. Scorpio time is also where you want to gather with family, and sometimes it's like you're gathering with your family friends, not necessarily your best friends, but kind of people you're familiar with. And this is where you do a lot of your communication, your talking. And with Mercury and Sagittarius, it's really good for you, actually. You have some really good things to share with other people. And, most people don't really, when we're engaged in fear, disappointment, and hate, we're just like, wah, wah, wah. You're depriving yourself. See, like, in the scripture, it says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And if you just say to yourself, God, I don't necessarily like what's happening or what I'm seeing, but I understand that your divinity, that you've got this, and that you care. And that is solid truth, folks. Even in your darkest hour, God knows what you're going through. And the Creator wants good things for his children, period. And come before God with a sincere heart and realize he's got a marvelous plan for you. Baruch Hashem, you feel like you're having a bad day, you can chant this: Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. I got some good news. Hamas is backing down, so I don't know. I don't know, but I'm saying that sometimes light comes out in some of the darkest places. And what I was going to say also for Libra, well, Venus and Sag going into Capricorn, you're going to learn how to feel at home. Okay, so greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. Happy birthday. It's all about you. And, it's Scorpio season, and we're in the middle of it now. So, Mars and Leo, it's like performance time. Show your best talents and skills. Show your best work. Show that you are capable. Believe in yourself, and shine brightly. That's really powerful. These two fixed signs are really powerful. Leo likes to put on a show, but Scorpio's got the creativity and the imagination, and so you've got a lot of imagination. There's a juiciness to Scorpio. So many great artists. Georgia O'Keeffe, Claude Monet, and Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, lots of people. I think Neil Young's having a birthday. He's turning, 79 on the 12th of November. So happy birthday, Neil. And happy birthday to all my Scorpio friends out there. Okay, greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. Because so you've had Mercury in the first house gives you good ideas. So you're more intelligent than usual. And Mercury's slowing down because it's getting ready to go retrograde in a couple of weeks. So you've got some deep thoughts. You got some deep ideas. You're kind of scheming and planning right now. Now Jupiter's over there in Gemini in your partnership sign, and that's been a good thing, especially for female Sagittarius this year. It helps you find love. We have to realize, to some extent, that every generation's been kind of psyop, like had a psychological operation to manipulate them since World War II. I'm serious. Yeah. Well, in Cosmic Code, where do you get this stuff? Oh, it's out there. You just got to go in the non-legacy web, that forbidden stuff that they don't want you to know about. Or you just be a good boy in your corner and say it's all a conspiracy theory. I don't believe anything about That's fine, whatever gives you peace of mind at the end of the day is what I say. But yeah, this is a time for you to kind of like pay attention to your dreams. You're kind of like finishing off the end of the year on the solar year. And, you're kind of like in a blind spot here though too, even though you have got that nice enlightenment with Mercury and Venus, at least for the weekend before it goes into Capricorn. But there's some deep churnings, and I want you to do well. I have a feeling you're going to make some money, though. Your finances are going to change positively, and we'll just leave it right there and say hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Mars moving into the 8th house. I mean, there's some impatience and maybe a little feeling like you're not doing enough, or that your efforts are being seen by other people. But if you put your energy towards prayer and you congratulate others on their successes, you don't even have to like them, but that empowers you to have a better energy. And at the end of the day, we're all going to have to work together. That's it. And not everybody gets everything they want. And one thing's happening, I think, this week is that Saturn's going direct. And Saturn going direct is kind of a big deal for Capricorn. Let's see, when does that exactly happen? I had just seen it, and well, it's coming on. It happens next Friday, I guess. So a week from today. But there's Saturn's been really close. And so we feel the limitations, we feel these things, but there's kind of this opening that's going to happen. There's kind of this portal. And Venus is moving in your first house. It's going to make you look as cute as F. And so that's going to do. And Scorpio is kind of like a party time for you, where like helpful friends show up. So overall, it's like a win-win for Capricorns. Okay, greetings Aquarius, welcome to your horoscope. So Mars is in the 7th house. So in Western astrology, sometimes the 7th house is open enemies, it's marriage, this could easily lead to probably arguments with a loved one, but it's also like 7th house is 10 houses from the 10th. It's kind of your career too, how you're able to negotiate. And 7th house is also about diplomacy. And one of my more famous Vedic astrology teacher, Sanjay Roth, would say that it makes you a sweetheart, so that you can become a more loving person, even in the situation, and it's really, in the places that are the darkest is where light shines the best. So walk in the light, and, and as things are getting darker, and it's kind of depressing, it's like, I miss my sun, I want that nice, bright, big, bold June and July sun that's like, but hey, even the sun needs to go to sleep a little bit. The sun needs to get its rest. Planets need their rest, folks. So Aquarius, you're going to enjoy the weekend. And, you might even make a little money earlier this week, or deal with your finances anyhow. So we're closing it off here with Pisces and your horoscope. So Moon's going to be in your first house Saturday night through Monday. I'm just like, saying that this is a time, just you are so good at showing empathy and love, and you feel everybody's pain. That's what they say about Pisces. They feel everybody's pain. Boy, that's a really rough way. And so some of them medicate themselves so they don't feel any pain. And that's really hard on the body. And it's really ultimately hard on the soul, because that sensitivity has all this wonderful healing potential. And you're robbing yourself and other people of your sensitive light if you do that. And if you just travel with that great spiritual conviction, and you become a great teacher. And Scorpio time's like a fortunate time for you. It's a time that really uplifts you, and it's allowing you to shine and bring out a better version of yourself. And I mean, sometimes exercise is a little bit painful and whatnot, but you're going to be the sign that's going to benefit the most from exercise. It's going to relieve your depression. It's going to make you feel better. And let's just encourage each other. Let's, we're all just, like Ram Dass said, we're all just walking each other home. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I appreciate you new viewers. Nicole, glad you found me this week. I'm glad for you new viewers. Thank you. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm working towards 1,000 subscribers. We've got 900 and something now. I'm just like so blessed. You people are amazing, and keep up the work. I love your comments. I want to hear about you, because you're like my congregation of people, and I appreciate you so much. So I'm going to just close with an Om Shanti Shanti, an Amen Tat Sat, and a little prayer that, even though there's a lot of suffering out there, oh Lord, just send some healing through this message to me and to them that know that you, the divine light of all creation, are here to bring incredible love. And thank you for the privilege of me being able to just share a little bit of your incredible love, your healing, your humor with these folks. May they get their needs met in every way, that every part of their life that's been frustrating will loosen up, and they will be in this flow of the universe where they're just feeling the love and they're feeling their purpose. Amen, Aho, Tat Sat, Namaste.